In amongst all that, Australia move on to 67 now. So in a very good position against a mediocre score of 124. 6 overs gone, so they're very much in control. It's only wickets that they don't need to lose. They've still got Brendan Julian, who's a good hard-hitting player. That's back into the max zone, and they'll run 2, doubled up to 4. Of course, Adam Gilchrist still to come in for Australia.
Yeah, it looks like Australia have just reshuffled their order a little bit. Ricky Ponting just a little bit short and try to play it, not an orthodox cricket shot, but effective. A slower delivery there from Joshy, and just turned a bit well bowled. It looks like Australia, with Adam Gilchrist batting down the order a little bit, have just chopped and changed, give a couple of guys a few little hit, and just to see how they enjoy it out in the middle and try and adapt to the pace of the wicket.
Placed into the hole for 2.
Joshy really bowling well here, bowling an off-stump line and just mixing his pace up very, very well. Ricky Ponting just looking to get forward, but just opening a face and running in. And we see Joshy there flighting the ball very well. Ricky right to the pitch of the ball with his feet and just pushing it into the gap. Not as confident as Andrew Symonds is trying to hit over the top at the moment. And Andrew Symonds, be interesting to see what happens here.
Well, that's what's happened. Don't tell me it's landed. It has. It's landed in the hole. Well, there you go. Charmed life. It's entertaining. That's all you can say. Well bowled, though. You've got to feel for the bowler here. He's virtually had the better of Symonds. Every ball he's bowled at him. But he hasn't done one thing. Hasn't got him out. Catch it, somebody said. Mongia taking cover. And the end of a very good over indeed. Australia 75 for 2 in pursuit of 125 to win. And after a word or two more from Shane Warne, he'll be joined by David Hookes.
An excellent over there from Joshy. Really did have the better of the batsman there. We see the last ball of the over. Just the ball was too full for Ricky Ponting to play the pull shot, and we heard the bowler say catch it, but Mongia was actually looking the other way, just trying to protect himself. And we've got a good game on here.
Just the 4 bowlers used for India so far. And the 2 wickets to fall, that of Michael Di Venuto and Greg Blewett. India doing to Australia what Australia had done to India and to Pakistan. Early wickets to put the batting side under pressure, in this case Australia. One of the favourites of this tournament, as are India and as is New Zealand as well. 3 very strong sides.
An interesting tactic here from Chauhan. He's decided to go around the wicket to Andrew Symonds. We saw Andrew Symonds play a reverse sweep and a 6 last over, so it'll definitely be some entertainment.
Good piece of fielding off his own bowling, and I think he hit that pretty hard, looking at Chauhan's reaction.
Simmons is out. Caught and ball by Chauhan for 21.
Well, he's given him out. And, well, Shane, I think you and I better go back to school and work out what a caught and bowled is. There was no reaction by anybody.
Well, David, it looked like it to me. It was just well fielded. A good straight drive and was well fielded. But Andrew Symonds was happy to walk, so I'm not sure what's going on, Hooksy. It scores 3 for 75.
Symonds going from the field, and much to the amazement of everybody up here, Chauhan didn't react, normally you take a court and bowl, you throw the ball in the air, particularly a tough one like that. He hit it very hard. You see Chowan still rubbing his fingers and palms of his hand, no doubt. So a very, very good catch by Chowan. Well, Chowan has taken the catch. So a very good wicket for India again.
Here we go, around the wicket. Just a low full toss. He's hit it very hard, and Chowan takes it. Well, a very, very good catch, low down to his left. And Andrew Symonds, I don't think, could believe that he was actually out. We might see a better angle from it here. A low full toss to Symonds, just gets it on the toe of the bat. Well, hit the hand and rolled up the arms and stuck in the hands. That's out.
That is out. Very good catch, but it brings Brendan Julian to the crease. And he's after him immediately. Good game of cricket, this one. Australia sort of around the mark without being extraordinary in their chase of 125 for victory. And I heard you before, Shane, talking about Andrew Symonds, now even Brendan Julian doing it, just wandering across the crease. Really is a ploy that you don't need to use in this form of cricket because there's so many gaps. I can understand it occasionally in one-day cricket where you're trying to break up a bowler's line who's in the rhythm of his 10-over spell. But, gee, when you've only got a couple of fielders in the circle, bowler's only allowed to bowl 3 overs, you think the more normal you approach your batting, the easier it is to be able to hit the ball into the gaps and score.
That's exactly right, David. We've seen the guys that have played well this morning in the first couple of games. The batsmen have played proper cricket shots, have scored the most runs, and the guys that have bowled line and length, the general cricket terms, have done the right things, have succeeded. And I think Australia just starting to lose their way a little bit. Brendan Julian first hit, Andrew Symonds first hit, just a little bit nervous maybe, and trying to work out which is the best method.
And no man out there. The only man on the offside, or men on the offside, are just behind point and at long off. So Ponting knew where the gaps were. Once again, just another simple example of just playing a normal shot.
That's exactly right, David. There's a full toss, no one out in the cover fence on the offside on the boundary. Just had to get it through the one person at point, and it was an easy fall for Ricky.
And we saw the good footwork of Ponting there from the stump cam in the sense that he wasn't moving across his crease. He was just waiting for the bowler to bowl the ball. Same there. And again, he's in the same spot. Perhaps not quite hit quite as well, but the same result, 4 runs. Jadeja can't get there. So consecutive boundaries to end a wicket taking over for India. Good over for Australia in the end, 86 for 3.
And that's Ricky Ponting's 50 with that shot. And exactly what we were talking about, David, just a cover drive. If it was a normal one-day game, there'd be a man out there. But because there's not, in the max 8s cricket, it's 4 runs.
Well, Adam Gilchrist coming in very low. He must have thought that the target was simply within reach, but a very good innings by Ponting. Symonds' little innings wasn't too bad. But Damien Fleming, Gavin Robertson also to come for Australia.
Australia now 86 for 3 at the end of the 8th over. Chasing
So India,
124.
Joshi to bowl from the commentary box end, bowling to Brendan Julian. And that's close. Just a lack of bounce beat Julian on that occasion. Probably a little bit too full to play the pull shot anyway, but then the lack of bounce gave the bowler more chance than what he deserved.
A good delivery again from Joshi, and that has missed off stump by a lot. But Brendan, just a little chip out to mid-wicket. They're going to hustling for 2. And they're comfortably home with a slip over in the outfield. But Brendan Julian is a lovely striker of the ball, and the max 8s is straight down the ground, and that's where he does play well. So that's where he should be looking to hit Joshi. But he is mixing his pace up very well and bowling right on the right length.
And he's gone across the crease to try and hit the ball on the leg side, and has done it successfully. So a bottom edge 6 for Brendan Julian. That is the shortest boundary on the oval, and he's looking at the very base of his bat, hoping that he didn't affect a crack or anything like that.
Ball full on leg stump, decided to play the sweep, had to move his feet out at the end because he got a little bit cramped. So we see his feet just move at the end and off the toe of the bat, and actually cleared the fence by a long way for 6.
And that's it. Beautiful piece of bowling. And again, what Shane Warne was talking about, the wandering batsman across the crease. He's paid the ultimate penalty. He's just hit a 6. And then he decided to wander across the crease, and the good arm ball hit the middle and leg stump.
Yeah, just trying to give himself room to hit it through the offside, and just gave himself too much room and missed the ball. He should have been trying to hit it down the ground and playing good, sensible cricket bat shots. That's 4 for 94.
Brendan Julian, 9 runs, which included a 6 from his 6 deliveries. Not really giving the support to Ricky Ponting at the other end that Ponting deserves. He is on 50, Ponting. And particularly after a player hits a 6, you like to see at least the mental approach to giving the strike to the other player. But just too much with the attempted to give himself, and paid the penalty. The wicket of Brendan Julian there brings the Australian skipper to the crease, Adam Gilchrist. The target has been changed for the Australians. The Indian score was in fact 4 for 123, which means that Australia needs 124 for victory. Official scorers just changing their score just a moment ago. So Adam Gilchrist on strike to Joshi, but this is why he's at the crease.
Yeah, once again, just giving himself too much room, and as we talked about so many times this morning, just wandering too much around the crease, and hopefully Brendan will learn for the next game that maybe he should just play some genuine cricket shots.
Gilchrist played very well in the first game against Pakistan and comfortably off the mark. And looking up at the sky, because there is a big black cloud that is just moving across the ground. It has been thunderstorming every afternoon for the last few days at around about 4 o'clock. Local time here is 3:45. So Australia will be aware. They've got their captain and vice captain out in the middle, so they've got the right men for the job. And a single to end a wicket taking over again for India. After 9 overs, Australia 4 for 96.
Yeah, Ricky Ponting and Adam Gilchrist here. They've just got to make sure they consolidate over the next couple of overs. They've still got 5 overs to go. They just need 30-odd runs. And then we see the picture of the sky. It does look a bit dark. So I think Brendan Julian and Andrew Symonds were just looking to get on with it, get the runs as quick as they can. But it'll be interesting to see how these two guys go.
Fleming and Roberts.